Hello, and welcome to my channel, Checking on Other People. And we talk about doing self-care for ourselves and always checking on your neighbor. And how about, checking on a stranger? I had this wonderful experience at my work, and I won't name the name, but it is a retail business that I work at. And this wonderful woman who was there shopping with her family, and she was having basically a self-care day. She was having a self-care day, and she decided to take herself shopping and get what she wanted. And she was so friendly, and she asked me, she was like, "Oh, am I saying your name right?" Because I had my name tag on, and I was like, "Yes." And I was like, "Oh, what's your name?" And she was like, "Julie." And the reason why I remember is because my grandmother's name was Julie on my mother's side. And this lady was so sweet, asking me how my day is. Am I having a good day? And I was like, "Well, why are you here? And what brings you in?" And she's like, "Oh, I just came back from caring for my mother who has dementia, and my sister is taking over. I spent the last, I think, week or two with her, and now it's my sister's turn to take over." And I was like, "Oh, wow, you definitely need a self-care day. Good for you." And she's like, yeah, it's a lot of hard work. And she's been doing it now for like a year. Her mom's been in this stage. And she's like, she has good days, she has bad days. And she's explaining, going through the whole thing with a smile on her face. And this woman was close to the same age as I am. I'm in my 50s, and she's a little bit, like a few years older than me. She looked like she was in her early 30s, and she was there with her daughter. And I assumed that was her sister. And she said, "Yeah, this is my daughter. Most people think it's my sister. We're sisters." And I was like, "Yeah, I did think y'all were sisters." And she was there with her husband. She said, "This is actually my husband and not my dad." And I was like, "Oh my goodness. I've never seen a person look more youthful and relaxed dealing with a parent that has dementia." And spending the last 2 weeks with this parent. And she knows what she's doing. She knows she's taking a she's asking me how I'm doing. When she left the store, she was like, "Bye, it was so nice talking with you." I mean, it's so nice to see people that you don't even know. She's not even in my community, checking on me. You're kind of doing her own little wellness check when she just spent the last 2 weeks taking care of her own mother, taking care of a situation that is very time consuming and stressful. And I wish her the best. I hope we can all say a little prayer for people like that, because that really is doing God's work, or whatever you want to call that. That is being like, and people say, "Oh, well, that's family. You should do that for family." Oh no, there's a lot of family members that won't do that for other family members. I'm one of them. I don't want to bring into my personal story, but as you know, if different experiences that not all family members take care of each other like that. Sometimes it's the complete opposite, which is a shame. It's a real shame. But to see someone like that who is also caring for their own, and then wants to check on other people who they don't know, is so inspiring to me. And I hope that we can take a cue from this wonderful, extraordinary woman who taught me a lot about being aware. Yes, being aware of what's going on with you and your family and your friends, being aware of your community, being aware of your job, but being aware of strangers, of where you go, and who to talk to, and who's not going to give you the time of day, who's going to be snippy snappy, who's you can kind of tell those people that are not going to reciprocate your energy. But if you find someone that hey, this person seems okay to talk to, engage with them and see how they're doing, and see, just like a checkup. Hey, how's it going with you? How are you doing? I hope you're having a good day. I mean, that just made my whole day and made me realize that I need to do more of that. And I'm asking you guys, how are y'all doing? Please put in the comments if you're having an okay time in this life during this holiday, during whatever time this video finds you. I hope I'm in my robe because it's my day off, and it's a little chilly, in this area, it doesn't get very cold. I'm in the South. I'm in Texas, and it doesn't get that cold, but it's a little coolish right now, and we have some of the windows open here for fresh air in our home, and so I've got my little robe on, and it just makes me feel cozy. And thinking about this has really inspired me, and I didn't care what I look like. I was like, I'm going to get on camera and talk about it because I think it's important to talk about, and I hope that we have are pursuing that, especially. I keep bringing this up. If you are in touch with what's going on in the energies in this world, and regardless of what's going on in your personal life, we all have challenges and things going on in our personal life that's ongoing, and we all have lessons to learn. We're all climbing that hill. We're all trying to make it to the other side of the hill, the side of the mountain. Climb every mountain. That makes me think of Sound of Music. When I say that, but we all have those types of challenges in our life. That's being said, I feel like with this year that's coming up, and what we've experienced so far, closing out this year, I know that we have got some unseen challenges to meet. And so I think it's important to always be preparing ourselves, armor up in whatever spiritual way you're going to armor up, and do that. Be prepared for it. Do your research in whatever way that is, just for your benefit and whatever you're going through in your life. And strangers can be teachers. Strangers can be teachers, and you can be someone's teacher and not even know it. And this woman, Julie, probably has no idea that she's inspired me today to do this and giving me this voice to something to talk about, a topic to talk about. Because sometimes when you get on here, you're just like, what do I have to say that's important? And why would anybody listen to anything that's coming out of my mouth? But she taught me something valuable. And what she's going through, and everybody's going through challenges, and my goodness, she didn't have to share any of that with me, and she was so gracious enough to do so, and her family was so loving, and they had the sweetest, happiest vibe ever. Like when you see them, they were just, hi, how are you? And I'm thinking to myself, are they all on something that I don't know anything about? Because I've never seen human beings be so chill and cheerful and just like, without looking loopy because, you're over medicated or you're doing too much of one thing. They were just very zen. I was just like, what is this? This is awesome. Can we have more of this? That's great. I love that. That just inspired me. I want to call her Master Julie. Just inspired me. And you don't know that you could be doing that for somebody else. Something so small as, are you doing okay today? How's your day going? It's so nice to meet you. Oh, I really like this. Oh, she told me she's like, oh, you have beautiful eyes. And I was just like, she was just being nice. Like, wow, she's engaging and sharing things with me, and we're talking about our day, and it just like, she was doing it in a very, very like free-flowing way. Some people try to be real, they come with a script almost, a pre-script that they talk to everyone, but she was very free-flowing and very natural. I thought, or she's the best actress in the world, but her whole family acted like that, and I was just like, oh wow, they're all just like this. That's pretty cool. I think if we can try to stay, I think the message and the reason why I met her and she was placed in a moment in my life was for me to reiterate to everybody that we need to take those moments and those time out. I just made a post about self-care, but I think it's bigger than that. And I think with a lot of next year, we're going to be encroaching on the new year, and everybody has their long list of what they want to accomplish for the year. their New Year's resolutions or whatever you want to call them. So everybody remember to take the approach the way that she did. Be aware, try to stay and remain as zen as possible, and your awareness for other people, check in with other people, and that energy will come back. I feel like there was a post that Prince, the artist, made that said the reason why he believes that he's been able to make so much music is because he gave so much of his music away. And he believes that when you give it away, like the more money you give away, the more money you get. The more love you give away, the more you get. The more she's checked on people and the zen and the good vibes and the calm vibes she's given to other people, she's gotten back. And that's why she looks and feels that, her energy feels that way. And I was just like, man, Prince wasn't lying. And this beautiful soul is demonstrating that to me. And I think that it's important for us to all remember that next year, going into the challenges and the long laundry list of New Year's resolutions and things that we want to accomplish and tackle, and then the challenges that are coming to meet us. Remember your peace. Remember your zen. Remember that we're also here to give goodwill to other people and bring balance to other people so we can get that balance back. I feel like whatever you are lacking in your life or you feel like you need more of, then you give that out to other people and you will get it back tenfold. You will. And I think that is the message that we need to keep with us at all times as we go into next year, because I really feel like next year is going to be very challenging for all of us. Getting some ringing in my left ear right now as I say that. So a confirmation. I feel like it's going to be an interesting year, and I think we need to keep the balance. We need to keep that balance because that will center us. And when we get our we come across our challenges and what it is that we need to do and how we're going to resolve anything, doing it in a very calm and clear, collective state of mind will be the best way to do that. And if you want more of balance in your life, then you need to give that back to others. You need to give good zen. If you want to get good zen, you got to give good zen, right? And so is as corny as that may sound, I think it's the simpler things that actually work. You think, oh, there's no way that's going to work. That's too easy. And that's usually what works the best. It's not all the crazy stuff that you have to do where you feel like you're doing backflips. It's the really simple things that just take you doing it repetitively. And then once you've put the work in, you get the results like anything else. It's like basic farming 101. You plant the seeds and in time you will reap the benefit of your crop. It's not rocket science. It's not an unlocked Egyptian secret. It's basic stuff. And people forget about that in this complex, fast, high-tech world. We forget about the simplicities of just checking on a stranger. Yes, we're always told to check on our neighbors, check on your friends, check on your families, do your self-care. Well, what about everybody else in the world? Again, I'm getting a ringing in my ear. And I feel like whatever we're seeing in the world is bringing a lot of us together. And I think that's why they're out there. They're trying to make us all talk to each other. I think technology has separated us and secluded us, and we're all on our phones and we're not paying any attention to each other. This is making us go, oh my gosh, did you see this? Oh my gosh, did you see that? Yeah, some people think you're crazy, but once they start seeing it too, they're like, oh, I got to find that person that said they saw it too, because now I have this shared thing that's bringing me together. I feel like it's a thing that's meant to bring us all together. And in one way or another, it's supposed to link us all up. So we're supposed to have more of these shared experiences to bring us together in that way. So that's why it's important to always, check on everyone, even if you don't know them, even if they're not in your community. What's it going to benefit me? I'm never going to see this stranger again. I love talking to people on planes when I was younger, when I would fly different places. I had some of the best conversations with people that I'll never see again, because it's important. It's fun. It's like you're meeting a stranger. You're never going to see the stranger again. You can't do this anymore now in the high tech world, because anybody could stalk you on your social media. It's happened to me a bazillion times. It's not fun. So now, back when I was a teenager, before all this technology, and getting on a plane and meeting strangers was really cool. And you could tell them about yourself, and they would tell you little snippets about their life, and you take that little moment and it's yours forever. And no one's going to taint it or damage it. But nowadays, everybody wants to take that and just distort it and rip it up and demonize it and do all this stuff for what? I don't understand that. But I think it's about us getting back to the basics, in humanity, humanoids, as I like to call them, and having more of a conversation with each other. And this stuff up in the sky is making some of us do that, and challenge us to talk to each other, challenge us to have that conversation. Whether or not you believe it or not, or whatever you think it is, it's making us all talk to each other. That's why it's occurring in the first place. So talk to strangers and ask them how they're doing, ask them how they're feeling. The more Zen that you put out there, the more balance that you wish in your life that you give to others, the more that will come to you. Thank you, Julie, wherever you are. I hope everybody has a great day.